We went on what should have been a honeymoon of a lifetime, but instead we both got a rare bacteria called Shigella and two very embarrassing stories.
We are Abby and Chris, and this is our story. We planned a trip to Punta Cana for our honeymoon, and we decided in order for us to pay for this, we're going to try to sell as many items on eBay as we can. And so the day after our wedding, we flew out to Punta Cana.
After 2 days of being on the trip, I woke up with these extreme stomach pains. We had an excursion planned for that day and was going to be on a boat all day long. Right before we got on the boat, I started throwing up. Chris, being the amazing husband that he is, sat with me the entire time, even with all the fun going on around us. He had no idea just how bad I was feeling because it hadn't hit him yet.
And so as soon as we get back to our resort, we took a step in our room, and as soon as we do, it hit me, and I knew exactly what Abby was going through. We both rushed to the bathroom, and we essentially spent the next 3 days living in our bathroom, having the worst case of vomiting and diarrhea we had ever experienced. It got so scary at one point where we just had the chills, and everything we did, we had to go to the bathroom. We had bloody stools. We didn't know if there was anybody we could call. We decided to not even tell our family members because we didn't want to concern them.
The only way I could describe this feeling was a snake living inside of me. It was absolutely miserable. We also had to cancel all of the fun things we had planned for the trip, like a private beach dinner and tubing in the ocean. Not to mention the fact that we were terrified about how in the world we were going to get home when we were spending so much time having diarrhea and vomiting in the bathroom.
And so fortunately, the day that we were leaving, we found some Imodium AD, and this helped get us at least to the airport. And so we get to the airport, and it hits me again, and I have to go. And I get up, and I start walking away, and I'll never forget it as Abby shouts, Chris, come back here. And so I come back, and she says, I don't want to embarrass you, but you have a big streak going straight down your shorts. And so I go to the bathroom, and sure enough, I had soiled my shorts and didn't even know it. We had checked our luggage, and I had to sit the rest of the day in airports and on airplanes sitting in soiled shorts.
After we got back home, we were both still feeling extremely sick. We decided to go to the doctor. We both had to get labs done, and that's how we found out that we had Shigella. We also went to Walmart, and as we're in Walmart and I have everything in my hands, I get the feeling that I have to go to the bathroom again. So I drop everything and I rush to the bathroom, and I start having diarrhea. While I'm having diarrhea, I also have to throw up. So the only place to throw up is right in front of me all over the floor.
And so I show up there at the bathroom, and there's these people fleeing from the bathroom, so concerned about what had just happened in there. And so we, at this point, we're thinking the worst of our honeymoon is over. Well, the doctor had told us that the only way to get Shigella out of your system is to simply flush it out. And so we spent the next 3 weeks trying to flush Shigella out of our system. Well, after about 3 weeks, we get our doctor's bill. And our doctor's bill was the price of our honeymoon. And so not only did we just waste our entire honeymoon with this, but then we get back and we have to pay this huge doctor's bill, which was the same cost of it.
Ever since our honeymoon, we have wanted a redo. However, our lives have completely changed. We got really motivated to pay off our student loans, and since October of 2014, we paid off $60,000. We both work in an elementary school, and this year we were extremely blessed with the opportunity to foster one of the students in our schools. Not long after she came to live with us, we found out that we were expecting our first child. All of these changes are extremely exciting, and we are so happy with what God's doing in our lives. However, it completely changes our priorities and the way we spend our money. We definitely cannot afford a second honeymoon of our own. So that is why we hope that you can give us the honeymoon of our dreams.
Please pick two of the best people I know, Abby and Chris Hedrick.
Abby and Chris deserve this honeymoon redo more than anybody in the world.
Give our friends Abby and Chris a redo.
Chris pooped his pants.
These guys deserve a second chance.